You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted best of Pahrump for 4 years. Give them a call, 775-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. New, service, and repair. Call Gunny's, 775-727-6800.
Hello and welcome to this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry. Thanks for joining us here on Ace Country Radio, and we're also streaming at KPVM.TV. We're also available on your Roku devices. It is Tuesday, April 30th. In our top story, an accident occurs around 11 o'clock today at the intersection of Highway 160 and 372. RJ Camacho reports.
Jason Ernest of Mount West Lawyers. Don't be bullied by insurance companies. Call me, 775-727-9500.
At approximately 11 a.m. today, an accident occurred between a red minivan and a silver sedan at the intersection of Highway 160 and 372. The accident occurred as the red van was traveling northbound and allegedly ran the red light as the sedan attempted to make a left-hand turn. The van collided with the passenger side of the sedan and both vehicles suffered major to moderate damage. A passenger of the sedan was flown via Mercy Air to UMC Trauma due to a report of head injuries. The driver of the van was transported to Desert View Hospital. Nye County Sheriff's Office, Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue, and Nevada Highway Patrol were on the scene, and traffic was diverted around the crash site. This incident is currently under investigation by the Nevada Highway Patrol.
And please be careful out there on the roadways. A second accident to report about today. This one occurs at the same intersection between two black sedans.
An accident occurred earlier today at around noon on Highway 160 and 372. The accident occurred when a black sedan was coming out of the Gold Town Casino parking lot and allegedly did not yield to traffic. This is when they hit another black sedan that was traveling on the 160. Traffic was diverted around the crash site and no injuries were reported. Nye County Sheriff's Office, Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue, and Nevada Highway Patrol were on the scene.
And in yet another collision, this one head-on, which also occurred today on the south side of town. Samantha Roberts has those details.
At approximately 1 p.m. today, officers were dispatched to Mance Road just west of Highway 160 for a head-on collision. Upon arrival, deputies discovered two vehicles in the desert beside the roadway with major front-end damage. The cause of the accident is still under investigation at this time. Luckily, there were no major injuries. Traffic was closed off in both directions during the cleanup. The Nye County Sheriff's Office, Highway Patrol, as well as Pahrump Valley and Fire were on the scene. This marked the third vehicle accident today within a 3-hour period.
In more area news, an inmate escapes in Boulder City, and police are currently on a fan-wide search for him. RJ Camacho also has these details.
On April 29th, authorities announced that they were searching for an inmate who reportedly walked off a job site. The inmate has been identified as Oliver Zamora, who is 34 years old. Zamora was last seen wearing a blue shirt and blue jeans. He is 5'10", has brown eyes, black hair, and has a California bear tattoo on his right hand, with an S, K, O, and A on his right forearm, and his left forearm has a D tattooed. Zamora is serving a sentence of 12 to 48 months at Three Lakes Valley Conservation Camp in Indian Springs due to transporting a controlled substance. If you have seen this man, you are urged to call the Boulder City Police Department immediately and are urged to not attempt direct contact with him. You can call the Boulder City Police Department at 702-293-9224.
Another search to tell you about. This time, Henderson police are looking for a teen reported missing on April 29th. The teen's name is Ezekiel Cambray and is 14 years old. Cambray was last seen wearing a gray tank top, gray shorts, and a riding gray, black, or silver jacket. He's also described as being 6 foot tall and with blue eyes and blonde hair. The family reports that he left home due to being grounded and noted that he was high-functioning autistic. Please note that anyone who may have information about Cambray's whereabouts is urged to contact the Henderson Police Department's investigation unit at 702-267-4750. And in other news, at a recent Nye County Commissioners meeting about District 3, there was a debate we spoke to you about, and Lou Baker, who is the only nonpartisan candidate running for that position, is now speaking out.
Commissioner in District 3, and I'm different from all the rest of these other people. How am I different? Anybody want to tell me how I'm different?
Independent American Party.
There you go. I'm with the Independent American Party, and we are nonpartisan. So that's what makes us different, is that we have 7 Republicans running against me. But it's only going to come down to 1. So what are my chances? I'm saying they're 60-40. And why is that? Because of the things that I have done in the past. I marched 5,000 people down the Las Vegas Strip. I raised 10,000 votes for Ross Perot. I raised $120 for the shelter for the homeless, $120,000 for the shelter for the homeless in Westminster, California, and it goes on and on. But the bottom line is this: if you want change, you have to make change.
The thing that makes me different, well, first of all, there's one thing that I have that none of the other people could possibly have. I have the only patent in the world on a deck of playing cards and a game. The only patent in the world. And you can play any game that you can play with the standard deck of cards. Why is that so important? It's been important because it led me to some discoveries that I didn't know about before. And I only have 2 minutes, so I'm not going to try to go into them now. But the point is that we need people who are different. We need people with ideas. We need people with solutions. They must have solutions. If they don't have anything to offer, why do we need them? It's important that they not only talk about those things, but they have some kind of a proven track record that allows us to vote for them, because we don't vote for party. We, as nonpartisans, vote for the person, the most qualified. If that person happens to be Ed or somebody else, so be it. They need to be the most qualified this is a position that's very important to the community. And if we don't get it right, we're in trouble. We're already in trouble. Now, how do we get it cleaned up? And many things that we can use for revenue sources. I want to be your revenue agent. I can produce the revenues that are necessary to balance the budget. And that's exactly what I would do. My name is Lou Baker, B-A-K-E-R.
And don't grab that remote. News 25 will be right back with much more local, national, and international news.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, we're speaking with Bruce Schoenberger from the America First rally, which occurred over the weekend, to get his take on the event.
We had a great rally today. Those who came know how important and inspirational it was. We want to thank everyone that did come. We have to get Donald Trump reelected. We don't really have a choice. My wife and I do this. We are not affiliated necessarily with any other organization, and it is important for us to get out and vote. There's a primary coming up first, and there's a lot of local politicians that we need to deal with that support MAGA. If you support Make America Great, you are an American. And we can't tell you how proud we are of our community and the attendance we had today. We had people international from Sweden, from Poland, and Las Vegas. But we encourage everyone to do what they can in these troubling times. We can win this, and God bless America.
I have one important message. I listen to Steve Bannon every morning, and at the beginning of his show, he always says the same thing. Ask, what is your task and what is your purpose? If that answer is to save this country will be saved. God bless America.
Thank you, Channel 25, and the great people that run it. Stay independent. We need you, and we're spreading the word. You have a great station and great content. Thank you very much.
In important environmental news, scientists are reporting that the Devil's Hole pupfish are growing at staggering numbers, the highest that have ever been recorded.
Biologists with the Nevada agency have reported an increase to the Devil's Hole pupfish. Scientists reported counting 191 Devil's Hole pupfish, being the most fish observed in 25 years during the annual spring season counts. This is a significant increase from the usual average, which has been 90 for 20 years. It had even reached an all-time low back in 2013 with a count of 35. The Devil's Hole pupfish lives in the Devil's Hole, which is a deep water-filled cavern that's located near the Ash Meadows National Wildlife Refuge in Nye County. It also lives in the smallest habitat compared to any other vertebrate species on the planet. The remnants of Hurricane Hillary had affected the Devil's Hole. However, while flooding usually has negative effects on the pupfish in the short term, the hurricane ended up benefiting the fish's ecosystem due to it adding nutrients that washed off the surrounding land surface in a layer of clay and silt. Michael Schwemm, who is a senior fish biologist for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, spoke on the matter, stating that it's exciting to see an increasing trend, especially in this highly variable population. Increasing numbers allow the managing agencies to consider research that may not have been possible in the past, when even slight perturbations of habitat or fish had to be completely avoided. We're excited about the future directions with respect managing this species.
Now from the environment to the arts. Las Vegas is home to an array of eclectic museums that showcase the vast history of the city. So our Las Vegas correspondent, Maria Centers, is joining us now with an inside look at the Burlesque Hall of Fame.
The Burlesque Hall of Fame reigns as the world's premier organization of its kind and contains a growing collection of over 4,000 pieces from different performers spanning multiple generations. News 25 Las Vegas had the pleasure of speaking with its verse staff at its picturesque location located in downtown Las Vegas.
We are the world's only museum of burlesque, the world's only standing place where you can come and find out about the history of burlesque, the president of burlesque. We teach classes, we have great merchandise and books, and you can, really learn everything there is to know about it here.
Located in the Historical Arts District, the 501c3 nonprofit organization was initially established by performer Jenny Lee's collection from the 1960s and continues to flourish.
Come out to learn about the history. We celebrate a history that could have been forgotten. We are talking about women who do striptease, and there have always been factions that have tried to suppress women who do this work. So please come out and learn about the history of burlesque and learn why this specific type of women's work is valid and important, especially in Sin City, a city that celebrates some of the more debaucherous sides of entertainment.
The 2024 Burlesque Hall of Fame Weekender is set for June 6th until the 9th this year at the Orleans Hotel and Casino, which marks the largest gathering of past and present performers for its annual fundraising event.
Burlesque is really the core of what made Sin City Sin City. If you go back to the 1950s when the strip is first getting started, they're filling their showrooms with Gypsy Rose Lee, with Carrie Fennell, with Elise St. Cyr, with Sally Rand, with these burlesque performers, Naya Karamuru. They're bringing these burlesque performers here to create the atmosphere that becomes what Las Vegas is all about. And we have worked really hard to make sure that we incorporate that story. Burlesque is not a Las Vegas story, but Burlesque is a huge part of Las Vegas's story.
Reporting from Las Vegas, I'm Maria Centers with News 25 Las Vegas.
Did you know there's a such thing as a power rush hour? We'll tell you all those details and how you can avoid being jammed up when News 25 returns.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back. Well, here's another home run from one of our star team members, Mikey Ruhan, who's pitching sports at you now.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at www.kpvm.tv and now on Roku. Stanley Cup playoffs. Vegas Golden Knights dropped another one.
That's a 2-game losing streak.
Dallas Stars beat them last night 4-2. Game 5 is Wednesday night in Dallas. Las Vegas Raiders announced they have signed Michael Gallup. In 6 seasons with the Dallas Cowboys, Gallup appeared in 86 games and averaged just over 3 receptions per game. LVXP announced plans to develop a multi-billion-dollar resort on the 27-acre site at 2601 South Las Vegas Boulevard, located between Fontainebleau and Sahara, Las Vegas. According to the press release, the resort will include an arena that could accommodate an NBA team, plus ultra-luxury hotels and residences. The Las Vegas Aces are headed to the White House once again. According to White House officials, President Joe Biden will welcome the Las Vegas Aces to celebrate their record-breaking season and victory in the 2023 WNBA Finals on Thursday, May 9th. The 3-time WNBA champion Candace Parker announced she's going to be retiring. Parker, a 2-time league MVP, announced on social media on Sunday she's ending her career after 16 seasons. The Las Vegas Aviators are back at home this evening. They welcome their in-state rival, the Reno Aces. Pahrump Valley Trojan varsity baseball is at home today, taking on Boulder City High School at 3:30 p.m. It's also senior night. Seniors will be honored before the game at 3:15. JV is heading to Boulder City for their game today. That game is in progress. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
Well, as summer temperatures continue to ramp up, so does your power bill, unfortunately, especially in the afternoons. That's why Valley Electric Association is showing you how you can help avoid the power rush hour.
This segment of News 25 is brought to you by Valley Electric and its family of companies focused on serving our members. We're better together.
Avoid power rush hour. Just like a traffic jam delays travel on extremely hot days, high energy use can put additional pressure on the electric grid. We can all pitch in by conserving energy during power rush hour. Here's a few ways you can help lower demand during the energy rush. Cook dinner outside to eliminate additional heat in your home. Turn on ceiling fans, then raise your thermostat a few degrees. Wait until later in the evening after peak hours to run larger appliances. By making small changes to your energy use habits, we can all relieve pressure on the grid during extreme heat and save energy and a little money along the way.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner & Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, let's take a look through our Learner and Row weather cam at Mount Charleston. We still have snow-capped mountains because of those cooler evening temps, but we're ramping up in weather after the break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by the Committee to elect Robert E. Thomas for Pahrump Justice of the Peace, Courtroom B. Vote for Constitutional Judge Robert E. Thomas. Visit www.electrt.com for more information.
Good evening, Nevada. I'm Roy Rosell here from the Channel 25 Weather Studios and streaming everywhere at KPVM.TV and now Roku. Taking a look at Nevada right now, up in northern Nevada, Fernley is at 71 degrees, Fallon is at 72, Carson City at 68, Tonopah at 70 degrees, Goldfield at 73, at 82 degrees, Amargosa at 88, Las Vegas at 86 degrees, and Death Valley pushing those triple digits at 99 degrees. Here in the Paradise of Pahrump, it is currently 84 degrees. The high today was 86 degrees just a little while ago. The wind was blowing south at 10 miles per hour today. It was sunny, the humidity 13%, not that high, and the sun rose this morning at 5:51 a.m. and is setting at 7:31 p.m. The humidity does go up to 27%, wind blowing southeast at 9 miles per hour tonight. The low tonight's going to be 54 degrees with clear skies. Let's take a look at the rest of the week. It looks like into the rest of the week there's going to be sunny skies and 80-degree weather. Over the weekend there's going to be a little bit of clouds, a small chance of wind on Saturday, and a small chance of rain on Sunday. We drop back down into the 70s for Sunday and Monday, and back up into the 80s with sunny degree weather next Tuesday. Everybody enjoy the nice weather that we've got coming to us. Back to the desk, here's Unette.
Thanks so much, Rory. Well, that does it for this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry, and from all of us here at KPVM and Ace Country Radio, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the air next newscast. Good night.